Hey, yo, you don't have to love me. You don't even have to like me. But you will respect me. You know why? Cause I'm a boss.
The more hits we play, the more hits we get. URLradio.net. Stacey Stern.
Nikki Johnson.
And we are here with another boss babe, a bizman boss babe. We're here with Sandy K. How's it going, Sandy?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Good.
Good to have you.
Now, Sandy K. Thompson is a trained recovery coach. She's also the owner and CEO of Path to Pono. So tell us a little bit about Path to Pono. What's that all about, Sandy?
Well, first and foremost, we're in landlocked North Dakota, so
Yeah.
everybody's like, what is Pono? And I knew that was going to happen, but that's okay.
Isn't it a poo-poo platter? Isn't it like... something like that?
And poo-poo platters are good. They are.
They are.
Okay. They're appetizers.
Yeah.
Your word for it. I might have to try it sometime.
Pono is a Hawaiian word, obviously, that really just lends to or is described as being moral and just and ethical and living your life right. Some people call it serenity. And I think, in my experience, we're all on that path. And
I think that's end goal for everybody.
yeah, everybody wants to be happy, and so that's where it came from.
So how did you get into it? Like, what's your background, Sandy?
I am a licensed addiction counselor in North Dakota, and I have been for over 26 years. 5 years ago, I became a CCAR trained recovery coach out of Connecticut, and I also have a master's degree in management.
You're all over the combination. You're all over the place.
I'm complicated.
Girl, I am.
If I was a Facebook status, I'd be complicated. So family recovery coaching, this is kind of a new concept in the area because it's not just sending somebody to treatment. This is like a whole family engagement.
Right. Recovery coaching in and of itself is kind of a new concept for North Dakota.
Yeah.
There are some treatment agencies that have provided recovery coaching for the person who is newly sober. Family recovery coaching, to my knowledge, nobody in North Dakota is doing that. And I work specifically with family members who have been impacted by addiction, somebody else's addiction. We do have services in North Dakota for family members, but it's pretty limited. It's limited to individual therapy or maybe a 12-step group like Al-Anon, or if you're lucky enough to get a family member into treatment, you might get some education and support at that treatment center, but there's nothing long-term. And myself, I'm a family member of an addicted family, and so I've always been passionate about working with families.
I love that. That's good.
I think that's a pretty common thing, isn't it? Passing on addictions to generations. It seems like it's kind of one of those things. There are a lot of times when a family member's had an addiction, then, you know, the abuse just seems to get transferred so you can stop that cycle.
Right. And being a family member of somebody who is using drugs or alcohol excessively, it really is like watching a tornado and you can't do anything to stop it. So as a family member, when I have witnessed people that I love and that I care about and watch their world kind of spiral out of control, it's painful. Families hurt, and they're oftentimes the forgotten victims of addiction.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen Johnson go through that.
Yeah, I have family members, definitely. That
Sometimes
struggle with that.
she'll be like,
Yeah.
She's like, I need a break. Oh. So, and you also have another thing that you work on with Path to Pono is leadership and workforce development. So tell us about recruitment, retention, and supervision, some of those things you offer.
Well, like I was telling Nikki before, I'm my own boss, and so I'm breaking all the rules.
Yeah. That's the great thing about it. I love it. It's so good.
You know, it's probably not wise to run two very different specialties out of the same company, but I'm doing it. And I have a master's degree in management, as I said before, and one of my other passions is for people or small companies, mid-sized companies that maybe you're a stellar employee and you get promoted to be a supervisor of some kind, but you have no supervision training. I mean, that happens all the time. And so what I like to do is to be able to provide that supervision training for new supervisors, almost like a coach or a mentor. But I also can help companies do some work around the culture of their agency, some teamwork activities. On site, I can make some observations and make some recommendations, and it's a lot of fun.
I bet.
Yeah.
She should supervise us.
Oh, geez.
No, you don't. You don't want to. In fact, as soon as you're done with this interview, just run. Run. You will unlearn everything you've learned. You will be dumber for this interview.
Or just supervise us so she can tell her clients what not to do.
I talked with these two ladies last week, and let me tell
No.
That's funny.
So if people want to get a hold of you, Sandy, how can they get a hold of you?
Probably the best way is to go directly to my website at pathtopono.com. There's a contact page on the upper right corner. You click on that, you just leave me your phone number and the best time to get a hold of you, and I'm pretty responsive, and we'll get back to people as soon as I can.
All right, Sandy K. Thompson, trained recovery coach, Path to Pono, working with family recovery coaching and also leadership and workforce development. Thanks, Sandy, for coming in today.
Oh, thank you guys.
Have you.